Okay guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be playing Craft today. This is episode 12, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So today we're going to be doing some stuff with SquidCraft. Today I want to be working on with the forestry mod. And I want to go adventuring too. Daddy, what's a Pong Kong? A Pong Kong. What's a Pong Kong? But Daddy, what's a Pong Kong? What, Daddy? You just died? But what's a Pong Kong, Daddy? Dang it, these guys are killing me. Okay, Daddy. I just died, Daddy. Daddy, the cinders are after me. The cinders. Hey, bamboo. Daddy, the cinders are killing them. Daddy, the cinders are after me. I need some torches. What, Daddy? The cinders. I'm gonna need some torches. You're smelting some copper ore? Where are you, Daddy? Ah! Daddy! You're in hell. What? Okay, fine, but we need to kill these guys first. Okay, fine. This way. Kill these guys. Daddy, what's that over there? It's a Hong Kong. Okay, fine, going back in. I'm sorry, I'll teleport you to your house. Daddy! Okay. Okay, I'm gonna teleport you to your house. Okay, I'm gonna teleport you to you. You're back in the house. Go to sleep. This thing was attacking you. This thing was sucking your life out. I'm gonna kill the Hong Kong, and the Hong Kong is shooting poop at me for some reason. Why is it shooting shit at me? Come on, shoot the Hong Kong with your flaming sink. Daddy, what's a Hong Kong? These stupid Pong Kongs. It's so funny looking. Daddy the Pong Kong. Daddy, why did the Pong Kong kill you? Daddy, I'm gonna smack you with shit. I'm gonna smack you with shit. Okay, fine, but is that funny? Okay, fine. The Pong Kong dropped shit. It dropped poop shards. Charge. I'm gonna put the poop in the... Daddy, you're something after me. Daddy! What the heck is that? Daddy! Daddy, what is that? Daddy, what the heck is this? Don't kill it! Don't kill it! You freaking... Stop killing it! It's my pet! Stop killing it! It's my pet! Okay. It's my pet. What? I don't know. You made it angry! You made it angry! You made it angry! It's a shambler. It's a shambler. A plant monster. It's called a shambler. What's a shambler, Daddy? Or spawn. What? I can't hear you.
If we come over here to our apiary, so you're going to want to put a Minecraft forestry mod. If you are new here, my name is Javier, and I aim to give you a full and easy to follow tutorial on all things modded Minecraft.
What, Daddy?
If you do have any further questions, or there is something I may have missed, you can either join the Discord, where we have a designated channel.
Is it killing you?
Or just leave a comment down below, and I will try my best to answer any queries.
What?
Link to the Discord will be in the description. So, without further ado, let's
Your game is lagging? My game is not lagging. Your game is lagging.
a few different parts. This first part
Oh, they get the server just crashed.
and we will be covering world generation, basic tools and machines, and energy production. If you are looking for more details,
The server just crashed.
and bee, tree, and butterfly breeding, those
Yeah, you should join back in.
video that looking for more details on farms and bee, tree, and butterfly breeding. Those will be in a separate video that will be coming out a week after.
What, Daddy?
The first thing you will notice when you spawn is the foresters map
What?
in your inventory. This is a fairly useful guide to the mod, and it's
The server's not working?
going to be taking an in-depth look at the Minecraft forestry mod. If you are new here, my name is Javier, and I aim to give you a full and easy to follow tutorial on all things modded Minecraft. If you do have any further questions, or there is something.
Well, I'm gonna restart the server.
Discord, where we have a designated channel for modded help, or just leave a comment down below and I'll answer any questions you have. Link to the
Wait, stay here, Daddy.
Let's get into the video. This series on the forestry mod is going to be split into a few different parts. This first part is an introduction to the mod, and we will be covering world generation, basic tools and machines, and energy production. If you are looking for more details on farms and bee trees,
okay, you can join.
Those will be in a separate video that will be coming out a week after this one. The first thing you will notice is the forester's manual in your
Server's restarting.
It's a fairly useful guide to the mod, and it is split into 7 sections. But hopefully, you won't be needing this.
Yeah, the server's starting up. Just wait.
Your forest manual, you can easily using
Okay, I'll let you know.
Or a sapling or a butterfly. Now, there are 3 new ores and 4 new ingots that forestry adds to the game, and these are apatite, which is mainly used to make fertilizer, and this only spawns at Y level 64 and above, which means you're going to hunt down some mountains to find this one. Once you do, however, you'll notice it spawns in very large veins, and this will work with the fortune enchant as well, so once you do find it, you're going to have no issue at all finding more of it. In order to actually make the fertilizer from apatite, you're just going to simply put 1 apatite in the middle and 2 sand above it, or you can use ash in a radius around the apatite, and you're going to get 16. Copper and tin can both be found easily underground in a similar Y level to iron. Lastly, bronze is made by combining tin and copper together and cannot be mined directly. This is done by putting 3 copper and 1 tin in a crafting grid as so. You will also see around the world that there are 7 new hives containing bees. These are a forest hive, which is found in forest biomes attached to trees, the meadows hive, which can be found in meadows and plains biomes, and these will be on the ground. When you break the hive, you will get a princess and a number of drones. Now, these can be pristine or ignoble stock of princesses. Ignoble stock will actually genetically decay.
Give it 1 minute. It says 1 more minute.
You are actually best off by hunting down the pristine ones, which are just spawning at a lower rate. These ones will never genetically decay. You have forest, meadows, modest, tropical, marshy, and wintry as per the hive. Forest drones are going to make honeycombs, and once used in a centrifuge, these honeycombs are going to give you beeswax.
Okay, now.
The same goes for meadows drones. Modest bees are going to give you a parched comb, which again will give you a honey drop and beeswax when used in a centrifuge.
Okay, now, Daddy.
Drones will give you a silky comb, and these can be used in a centrifuge to get honey drops and silky propolis. The silky propolis can be used with pollen clusters to make slime balls. It can also be used to make bituminous peat and genetic filters. You can also use the silky propolis in a centrifuge to get silk wisps and propolis. The wintry bees will give you a frozen comb, and this will give you a honey drop, beeswax.
Okay, sorry, you win, Daddy.
Crystalline pollen clusters. If you look at your JEI, you can also see the percentages that it has a chance to drop. So you can see here with the frozen combs, it has an 80% chance to centrifuge out beeswax, 70% for honey drops, 40% for snowballs, and this will give you a honey drop, beeswax, snowballs, get silk wisps, and propolis. You can also use these can be used in a centrifuge to get honey drops and silky propolis. The silky propolis can be used with pollen clusters to make slime balls. It can also be used to make bituminous peat and genetic filters. You can also use the silky propolis in a centrifuge to get silk wisps and propolis. The wintry bees will give you a frozen comb, and this will give you a honey drop, beeswax, snowballs, and crystalline pollen clusters. If you look in your JEI, you can also see the percentages that it has a chance to drop. So you can see here with the frozen combs, it has an 80% chance to centrifuge out beeswax, 70% for honey drops, 40% for snowballs, and a 20% chance to give crystalline pollen clusters. Next up, we're going to go over some basic tools. Bituminous peat, decay, forest biomes attached to trees, ignoble, pristine. These honeycombs are going to give you beeswax and honey drops. The same goes for meadows drones. Modest bees are going to give you a parched comb, which again will give you a honey drop and beeswax when used in a centrifuge. The tropical drones will give you a silky comb, and these can be used in a centrifuge to get honey drops and silky propolis. The silky propolis can be used with pollen clusters to make slime balls. It can also be used to make bituminous peat.
Okay, so Daddy, I'm gonna make a bee house.
You can also use the silky propolis in a centrifuge to get silk wisps and propolis. The wintry bees will give you a frozen comb, and this will give you a honey drop, beeswax, snowballs, and crystalline pollen clusters. If you look in your JER...
Daddy, my game is freezing a lot.
It has a chance to drop. So you can see here with the frozen combs, it has an 80% chance to centrifuge out beeswax, 70% for honey drops, 40% for snowballs, and a 20% chance to get crystalline pollen clusters. Next up, we're going to go over some basic tools. The pipette is a really useful item, and this is made with 2 panes of glass and a piece of wool. This can actually pick up small amounts of liquid, up to a whole bucket's full, and you can right-click this on liquid storage in any sort of machine.
My game just froze, Daddy.
Small amount of residual water.
Did your game freeze?
You can easily right-click on that tank with a pipette to get that water out. It can also do the opposite and actually fill a machine with up to 1 bucket of liquid as well. So if you only want to fill a machine with 1 bucket or less, you can use the pipette for that. With the bee smoker, you're going to want to right-click this on a hive before harvesting the hive, otherwise the bees will actually attack you.
My game just froze. It just crashed.
Using 2 pieces of leather, a stick, a flint and steel, and tin. The scoop is what you're going to actually want to break down the hives themselves. If you just use a hand or a pickaxe, you're not going to get any bees from this. The scoop is made using 1 piece of wool and some sticks. It can also be right-clicked on a butterfly to catch butterflies. In order to get butterflies, they actually spawn near cherry blossom trees. And these are very obvious in the world. They're big red trees and one of the few forestry trees that really spawn without breeding. Then we have the habitat locator, which is one of my favourite items. This is made with 4 pieces of bronze and a piece of redstone in the middle. You can right click it when it's in your hand, pop in a piece of honey and a bee, and it will tell you the habitats that this bee will actually like to live in. For example, a forest. If you are standing in a cold biome, which this bee will obviously not want to live in, this habitat location will direct you on the compass to the habitat. If it cannot find a habitat, like it can't right now because I'm on a super flat world, it will spin indefinitely. For example, if you were standing in the Nether and you're looking for a cold biome for a wintry bee to live in, it's going to spin indefinitely.
I found the whale.
Then you have the grafter and proven grafters. The proven variant can only be traded with or found in villages, and that's going to be the same for the proven frame as well. A grafter is made using 2 sticks and a piece of bronze. You can use the grafter to break leaves on trees, and every time you break a leaf, it will guarantee a sapling drop. This is going to be very useful when we are doing tree breeding. You then have unlit candles, and these can be made in the carpenter with 6 beeswax and some string, which will give you 24 unlit candles, so you're going to want some water. I will go into how we use the carpenter and other machines later in this video. You can place that down and it will show you a unlit candle, which you can use a flint and steel to obviously light. Eventually, the candle will burn out and you'll be left with a candle stump, and you can use the flint and tinder to just reignite that. Once you've then got your bees, you're going to actually want somewhere to house them. So we have an apiary and a bee house. The bee house is made with any type of comb, 5 planks and 3 slabs on the top. The difference between the apiary and the bee house is that with the bee house, your bees will produce combs. However, there is no chance of mutating them. So if you want to make sure that you only keep a certain bee, you don't want it to mutate or crossbreed, then a bee house would be best. However, the apiary will mean that the bees will produce and they will also breed. We then have 3 types of frames that will actually go into the apiary or the bee house. There is the untreated frame, which is the least productive, then the impregnated one and the proven one. To make an untreated frame, it's 8 sticks and a piece of string, very easy. An impregnated frame is going to be 8 impregnated sticks, which you can use by having 2 logs and some seed oil in a carpenter. And the proven frame, again, is only found in villages or traded in villages. So I'm going to show you how to use these. If we come over here to our apiary, so you're going to want to put a princess in the top and a drone in the bottom. This bar is going to go up and it's going to go into a queen. We can then put in these frames here and you can mix and match. This is where you're going to get your bee produce. So when this bar comes down to the end, this queen will finish her life cycle and she will go back into a princess and some drones. These frames will also not work forever. So the production on here means that it's going to actually produce 2 times the amount of produce. You can stack these up to 3, of course. The genetic decay means for ignoble bees it will slow the genetic decay of the bee. For pristine stock this will not matter. And durability, this is the durability of the frame itself and how long it will last and has no actual impact on the bee. You can also see here some tooltips. For example, this bee is not going to actually do any work because there are no flowers nearby. Each type of bee will need different flowers and we'll get into what those are later. This also shows here the temperature and humidity that it eats, and you have these that stack. So you can have a stack of 64 shovel kits and you can right click to just use that and it will give you a new shovel. So it's a really cool way of carrying around lots of replacement tools if your one breaks. Then we've got storage. So forestry adds a variety of different storage options. Firstly you have backpacks and there are the apiarists, mining, digging, foresting, hunting, adventuring, and building backpacks. There's also the lepidopterist's backpack. The apiarist's backpack has 125 slots, and this is storing bees. The lepidopterist's backpack is for storing butterflies, and also has 125 slots. The mining backpack is for storing all types of ore and gems. The digging backpack will store any dirt, cobblestone, sand, gravel, flint, and clay, etc. The foresting backpack is going to store any wood, saplings, flowers, seeds, mushrooms, and sticky resin, etc. This will automatically add these items into the backpack when they go into your inventory. The hunting backpack is going to pick up any item dropped by a mob. The adventuring backpack actually apparently doesn't store anything by default and does need to be configured, and I would assume this can be done in a config file, but I'm not 100% sure myself. Then you have the building backpack, which is used for building items such as glass, torches, bricks, stairs, fences, etc. Now, to make the simple ones, which have 15 slots, this can be 4 string, 2 wool, 2 iron, and a chest. And then you have the more advanced ones, which are the woven backpacks. And these are going to take the woven silk, a normal backpack, and a diamond in a carpenter with some water. There is also crates in forestry, and these are made with 4 logs in a carpenter, and you'll get 24 crates. The crates can then be used in a carpenter with whatever item you like to store, for example, coal. So 1 crate will store 9 coal. And in the same way that we had the shovel kit, this one will stack, so you can have a crate stack of 64, which will be 64 times 9 coal. So it's a much easier way of transporting around larger numbers of items. You then have an apiarist's chest, an arborist's chest, and lepidopterist's chest, which will store bees, saplings, and butterflies. To make the apiarist's chest, you're going to need a piece of glass, a chest, and 5 combs of any type. The arborist chest is going to be the exact same, but 5 saplings instead of combs. And the lepidopterist chest.
There, I got some bronze ingots.
Butterflies can be caught with a scoop, which is the same item used to break the hives in the wild. Next up, we're going to go on to power generation. So the first one we have here is the bio generator. This is going to use either ethanol or biomass to create energy. Very simple. To make the bio generator, you're going to need 6 gold on the sides, 2 glass, and 1 sturdy casing. I will get into how to make these sturdy casings in a bit. Then we have the clockwork engine. This is the most basic of all engines, and basically you wind this up by right-clicking it, and this will produce a small amount of electricity. And you can see by the colours changing how wound up it is. And then when you let go, that's slowly going to wind back down. Absolutely useless in my opinion. The biogas engine is going to need lava and either biomass, milk, seed oil, fruit juice, water or honey. Depending on which liquid you're actually going to use in the biogas engine, will depend on how the lava is used. So if you're going to use water, it is actually going to need constant lava usage. Liquid honey, seed oil, biomass or creosote will only need lava when the machine actually starts up, and then milk and fruit way of carrying around lots of. The scoop is what you're going to actually want to break down the hives themselves. If you just use a hand, chance to give crystalline pollen clusters. Next up, we're going to go over some basic tools. Once used in a central to find this one. Once you do, however, ash made by combined gold that are found in meadows and plains, pristine ones which are just spawning. These honeycombs are going to give you beat and used in a centrifuge. This can be used. It has to get that water. A forest. Drones. Of course, the genetic buzz around. They will actually cross pollinate and silk wisp. Are the is going to hunting backpack is and you can see an which you're going to.
Daddy.
Take an example. You have the basic circuit board. Which
what are you doing?
It can be used in man, etc. And it can give us analyze saplings or short production cycle to give you how big is the territory around this now and then put in whatever liquid you want. The carpenter is you have the industry machines themselves, and we have first the bottler. This tank here is where you actuals and this 3x3 slots up here is actually just for the recipe. So you put in the recipe here, you then put your items down here, and if you're using crates, you put that here, and then this is where you're going to either have your seed oil, water, or honey. Now remember,
didn't get my game crashed, Daddy.
And then you're like, oh, I want to go to
what?
You use the pipette to get that out, and then put in whatever liquid you want. The carpenter is made with 6
Can you join back in?
glass and a sturdy casing. Next up we have the centrifuge. Now this is going to how you're going to extract your combs, and this is going to extract the combs to give the actual bee produce, for example honey drops. This will output here. This is going to be 6 copper ingots, 2 pieces of glass and a sturdy casing. Then we've got the fermenter. Now the way the fermenter works,
I'm gonna have to restart the server.
In this left slot, and then put in. And here is where
I'm gonna have to restart the server.
Make common bees. Now, sometimes this whole grid will be full, and you'll be here all day trying to match them, and it can be really, really time-consuming and tedious. I think I actually got really lucky here, showing you this example. I was expecting that I'd have to sit here for 10 minutes trying to do it, just to show you for this video. Next up, we've got the forestry machines themselves, and we have first the bottler. This tank here is where you are going to actually store your fuels that you would like to fill. Here is where you can actually put the input for cans and capture, which I think is the most ridiculous and unneeded machine in the whole of forestry. You put your bee in here, and it's like a game of match. You have to try and match it, and as you see, once you've lost it, you can't then do any more. So you have to
restart. I'm restarting it. Yeah, I'll let you know.
See, here we have now made a match. This doesn't give us anything, however, because we've now got to match the other 2, which we've done, and then, ta-da, you've done it. This now gives us some notes. Use this note in your hand to gain its knowledge. Mutation discovered, forest and wintry. The chance for success is also higher, and the new species. See, here, once you've lost it, you can't then do any more. So you have to take the bee out and put it back in and try again. See, here we have now made a match. This doesn't give us anything, however, because we've now got to match the other 2, which we've done, and then, ta-da, you've done it. This now gives us some notes. Use this note in your hand to gain its knowledge. Mutation discovered, forest and wintry. The chance for success is also higher, and the new species found is common. So if you can actually do this, it will actually give you some really useful knowledge, and you may also get a comb. So I can put this in my inventory, Right-click it, and you can see here it says you've memorised the note and disposed of the crumpled scrap of paper. You feel more confident in your ability to breed forest with Rintry to make common bees. Now, sometimes this whole grid will be full, and you'll be here all day trying to match them, and it can be really, really time-consuming and tedious. I think I actually got really lucky here showing you this example. I was expecting that I'd have to sit here for 10 minutes trying to do it just to show you for this video. Next up, we've got the forestry machines themselves, and we have first the bottler. This tank here is where you are going to actually store your fuels that you would like to fill. Here is where you can actually put the input for cans and capsules.
Yeah, it's restarting. It says give it 1 minute.
We'll deposit and store filled cans and capsules in here. And then this is also the manual input to fill this tank. Next up, you have the carpenter. Now, the way these machines work is you have these slots down here, which is where you actually put the items you're going to use. And this 3x3 slots up here is actually just the recipe. So you put in the recipe here, you then put your items down here, and if you're using crates, you put that here, and then this is where you're going to either have your seed oil, water, or honey. Now remember, if you have seed oil in here, and then you're like, oh, I want to go to water now, you can use the pipette to get that out, and then put in whatever liquid you want. The carpenter is made with 6 bronze ingots on the side, 2 glass, and a sturdy casing. Next up, we have the centrifuge. Now, this is going to how, and this 3x3 slots up here is actually just for the recipe.
Okay, it's ready now.
Hello everyone. Today we'll be doing a mod spotlight on the forestry mod, but it's a really but it will always the water that is needed. Fire engine, and that's a simple create bronze in the shape of a chest, and that creates sturdy casing, and that is needed for all of the other objects. So we start off by creating a squeezer. Squeezer requires tin in a row, tin in another row, might be a column, it's a column, sturdy casing in the middle, and then glass on top and glass at the bottom, and that creates a squeezer. A squeezer produces all of the honey, it produces the seed oil. It's pretty much just used to squeeze everything into liquid form, which often is used as fuel. So as well as the seed engine, we have the carpenter, which is created with bronze instead of tin, but the rest is pretty much the same. You got the casing and you got the glass top and bottom. Carpenter has a special thing which we'll show later, the thermionic fabricator. That's a really big word. It's created a little differently. You have a chest in the bottom middle, you have glass surrounding the sturdy casing, and then you have bronze. No, that's not bronze, it's gold in the top corners, the bottom corners, and that creates the thermionic fabricator. Now the thermionic fabricator is used to make stained glass, which hopefully I will show you today. And it is also used to create all the electron tubes, which I believe is included in the rest of the forestry mod, but it is rarely used in the actual beekeeping itself, which I'll show you later, but I won't show you how to make them. You'll have to find that out yourself. The centrifuge is created using bronze bars on the sides, but other than that, it's exactly the same as the squeezer and the carpenter. And the final one would be the fermenter. The fermenter is surrounding the stay casing by glass, and then using bronze gears in the corners. And I will show you what these are used for shortly. So, as you can see, I got my little bee housing. I'm using the lovely stained glass, shaded green. I'll be showing you how to make them. So,
Okay, so Daddy, how do I make a seed?
As you can see, you place honey drops in. You start off the engine.
I'm gonna need to make a squeezer.
Biogas engine needs a heat, and then it needs a fuel.
I'm gonna need to make a squeezer.
Different biogas engines have using different fuels. They each produce different kinds of energy, and there's a variation to them. For example, water
My game keeps lagging.
But it's constant, which means it's constantly running out and it produces the least amount of energy. So that one's you gotta replace often.
Can making a squeezer dead.
Similar to water, it's constant. So you do have to replace it rather often, but it produces more energy. So it's faster. You got honey. Honey is produced from squeezing the honey drops, so you can't get it instantly. But it's not constant, and it provides a decent amount of energy, so it lasts a lot longer. You got seed oil, which is produced from the squeezer also, but instead of squeezing honey drops, you squeeze apples, and that takes a long time. So that lasts long as well. It's very similar to honey, but the best one would probably be the biomass fuel, which again isn't constant, so it lasts a long time and it's really quick and produces a lot of energy for it. The biomass is created through the fermenting, which we'll show you shortly. So for the squeezer, it's a case of filling the biogas engine, putting the honey drops in, which the honey drops is what you get from the honeycombs, which I'll show you shortly. Place the redstone torch on, and then you let it do its thing, and the honey drops slowly squeeze into actual honey. And every now and again, there's a small chance it will create a propolis, which I'll show later on. So next we have the centrifuge. And this is
But Daddy, why did the game crash a bunch of times? Wait, I'm learning how to do this mod.
Let it run, and it will break down the honeycomb. It will break it down into
Okay, this is producing seed oil, and we're gonna need a bucket. What, Daddy? What, guys? They're big cyclopses. Kill them! Yeah!
There is small chances it can create pot problems. I'll show you later what that is used for. So we'll need that it gets used more often. Okay, so here we have the fermenter. And the fermenter is what's used to make the actual biomass oil. And for that we need a biogas engine, of course. You need to power it completely up. You need some saplings or some other stuff that you can ferment down, and you need fertilizer to put there. And to make fertilizer you need sand.
Okay, it's making seed oil.
Also other stuff you can put in here. You can put I believe other ingredients that are producing the rest of the forestry mods, so I think peat and everything can be used there, but the apatite is the simplest one to get a hold on. So we put sand, apatite, sand, and that creates a lot of fertilizer, which lasts a long time. So you put fertilizer in there, and you've got to fill it up with water on this side, only water, it doesn't get filled up with anything else. You start it off, and it should hopefully create biomass here. Now on these sides, these are the cans, so you place a can in, as you can see here, I've got some filled ones already. You place a can in, and it takes the actual oil out of the engine itself and places it into a can for storage. So you can pretty much store as much as you need and move it around to the actual engines. So you can see that's slowly filling up a lot of biomass. It's going pretty quick because it's using seed oil. This is going pretty quick as well. It's using honey, and as you can see, the milk's going pretty nicely too. That's creating actual honey. Now you can move it over. Seed oil is a little differently because you can't move it over in cans. You have to use a pipette, which are very simple to create. It's just 2 sticks and a piece of wool. And the last one you create is the thermonic fabricator. I will actually show you the carpentry in a minute. That's used to actually create the apiaries. But the last one you use is the thermonic fabricator. Now the thermonic fabricator is what's used to create the electron tubes, and it's used to create the stained glass. And I'll show you how to make stained glass at the moment. So of course you fill up another biogas engine, start that on. It does take a lot of engines, but they're not difficult to create. Also, by the way, the apatite is found randomly through mining, and it's found in large chunks, so it's not difficult to get a hold of. Now for the actual stained glass, you put some glass in here. Once it heats up a certain level, it will melt the glass. Now to create, there we go, liquid glass, it's nicely melted. And you put a wax cast in here because you need a wax cast to create stained glass. You put a dye.
Why is my game lagging really bad?
And as you can see, it creates stained glass. Continuously uses the liquid gas. It doesn't use the wax casting, it just brings that as durability.
Why is my game lagging?
From just a single wax casting. Now the wax casting is created using the beeswax.
There.
Beeswax creates both pipe waterproof, which means it's useful as an alternative to actual cat dye, in case you know when they're a bit desiccating when it comes to creating waterproof pipes. Or if you put it in an H shape, it creates a wax casting. And that's what's used to create the stained glass with the harmonic fabricator. So that's pretty much how you create stained glass. It looks pretty, you can put any sort of dye. It's just pretty much a cosmetic thing. So that's creating some lovely honey. That's creating some lovely honey drops and beeswax. The honey drops aren't like, you're not obviously gonna get them. You're always gonna get beeswax, but you're not obviously gonna get everything else. It's just like it's a chance. And of course, biomass is almost done. Barely used any fertilizer, but it's used a decent amount of the actual saplings themselves. Now we're gonna start off by quickly setting time day. Now we're gonna actually get onto the bees themselves. So I've got myself some lovely apiaries out here.
Okay, Daddy, I got some seed oil.
To make an apiary, you actually need to make the carpentry first. Because to make an apiary, you need an impregnated casing, which is created with oak wood and seed oil. So you do need.
Okay, I got one of these now.
You need to squeeze out some apples to get some seed oil. As you can see, that's already made a propolis. Out of 32, it's only made one, so it's very rare. To get some seed oil, and then you need an impregnated casing. So we're going to start that off, and that should hopefully make the impregnated casing. And then you surround that by wood, I believe.
Oh. My game is lagging really bad. My game's lagging extremely bad. Daddy. What are you doing? What? This is not cheating, guys. I'm just gonna get a bucket. Resources need to be added to the machine's inventory. Daddy, where's my iPad? What are you doing?
As you can see, or so you have the agreement. Is expected will analyze all that and now from, and you also have a data active in part 2. But for right now, start placing. So if you've got unfillable user element, which is tin instead of the gold, with all that found, some fiber, and zinc, believe it or not. So as you can see here on compost and coal are going to turn as a function and use. Now, how these artifacts work is depending on the field that you're in, they will automatically put certain blocks that you gather into the background. So for example, other wood here that's also firewood. So if you're going to make a chest. So as you can see, you need to gather this first, which means that you're going to have redstone. This basically just smoker. Now this is slabs type of wood. It place 8 of any type of logs in the carpenter, and it's the same type of wood on the outside, but then you have an impregnated casing in the middle. And to make this, you need to place 8 of any type of logs in the carpenter, and it's very simple to get. Then right here, I've got a basic forest queen right here, and now this is just the most generic queen you're going to find.
especially before you start doing a bunch of mutations, which happen in these houses right here, but I'll get to that later. And in order to have these houses work, you're going to need some frames right here. And now to get the untreated frame, it's just 8 of any sticks surrounding a string. The impregnated frame is 8 impregnated sticks surrounding a string. And to make this, it's just 2 of any type of wood in a carpenter. You'll get 2 of those. And you've got the proven frame. Now this can't be crafted, this can only be traded for at a village. Next we have a bunch of different hives. Now these are you're just going to find all around the world in different biomes and all that stuff. As you can expect, the wintry hive is not going to spawn in the desert. So, you know, this habitat locator also helps to let you know which hive you're probably going to find in the area. In fact, it's going to be pretty easy just to even find a hive out here like this. Yep, see right there, right next to this village is already one of those red hives. So they're pretty easy to see. And of course, be careful when approaching because there are bees swarming around them. And now, as you'd expect, all these different types of hives are going to produce all these different types of honeycombs. So you expect the wintry hive produces the frozen honeycomb, a normal hive produces just honeycomb, all that type of stuff. And once you gather the hive, that's when you'll get that honeycomb. Now, also, I want to go over another cool feature that's added, and those are crates. And now, it's the same machine, the carpenter. As I said, it's a very common machine. And now, how crates work is they basically save storage. So you can see you've got, you know, apples, you've got fertilizer, all this type of stuff that can be crated. And it's basically taking all 9 items and putting it into one crate, so you get a stack of crates when that's actually 64 times 9. So it's another way to really store your items more effectively. Going over the last couple items, we have the honeycomb block, and as you expect, it's just a block out of any type of those honeycombs. Next, we got some candles, and to make the candle, it's very simple. All you have to do is place 2 beeswax and a silk wisp in the carpenter, and you'll get 6 of those. And then when they burn out, it'll be this candle stump right there. And all you have to do is take steel and right-click on it.
Yeah, well, I'm looking at something this way. How do you craft a crate?
Come on. Come on. It's time to shut down.
Yeah, I am.
Lunch.
I'm going to.
Okay.
I'm recording a video, Daddy. This way. Oh, now I get it. Okay. The resources need to be added before. Okay, so we got 1 imperial casing. Okay, and then this will give me honey, I'm pretty sure. This will give me. This is gonna be the honey chest. This is gonna be the honey chest. That was close. And now what can you do with this? So, a bee house, honeycomb block. Okay guys, so this is gonna be it for today's video. I hope you like it, so This is episode 12, so I hope you like it, guys. So bye, guys. Bye, guys. I hope you like the video. So like and subscribe to the video. Okay, guys. So bye. Bye, guys. Bye. 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 Hope you like the video. So bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Like and subscribe. This is episode 12. So bye, guys.